Jeff Hemming had been saying all day long, this will be a race of contrast. Don't expect Moto 1 and Moto 2 to be carbon copies of each other, and that's exactly what has happened here at Hangtown. The riders who were up front in Moto 1 were not in Moto 2.
Well, and the 29 here is a perfect example. He was 15th in the first Moto, and now he's running 5th.
Now here's what made this Moto different from the first. The whole shot. Jeff, take us through the progressive whole shot replay.
Watch the 800. It's going to be the orange bolt of lightning just exploding out here as he gets to the first turn. And I was questioning whether the lack of the 100cc difference was going to be more than what the KTM could take. But I'm telling you, this bike's dialed in. And it doesn't hurt that Mike Alessi is one of the best guys out of the gate that our sport's ever seen.
Now, what are the shorter starts here at Hangtown? Will it be different on some other tracks? A longer start stretch, might that be more of a disadvantage?
I would have to think that if it was deep and muddy, where it really pulls the horsepower and torque out of the engine, that would be the true test. But this starts plenty deep. It's nice, deep, and loamy. And Alessi just got the KTM 350 hooked up. He's great. He's got great reaction time. He knows how to put the power to the ground across the gate, and he knows how to get his shifts, and he got it done here in Moto 2.
And beyond the start, Mike Alessi now with a lap to go, the only rider that put in a 2-minute, 15-second lap time. Now he's back down to the 220s. Mechanic Kelly puts the signboard out, but he has the fastest lap of this Moto. That's going to be the Rockstar Energy Drink fast lap for Mike. Reed is going to win this overall, though, with a 1-3, but that's the way the points would stack up. That's the championship points race. It's going to be close going into our next race, the Freestone National in Texas in 2 weeks.
Yeah, this is a great ride for Alessi. Great ride for Reed to come from behind to really show what he's made of. Had the first Moto easy. Now he's had to work for it. Alessi battled through the first Moto, and now he's had the easy one in the second time around. But I think that this really, it's a great example of what type of racing we're going to have all season long here.
Nothing better than having a bunch of questions and not answering them all. We haven't seen Reed and Alessi, for example, be able to battle head-to-head. We have obviously not seen everything that Ryan Dungey has.
Oh, look at that run coming out there. They come out of that little riser out after the right-hander, and they hammer the throttle, and then there's still about 50 feet of rut that they have to get through. That's a difficult section there. And when you're on, the bike's perfectly balanced, no problem. You just seem like you go through there, you never touch your inside foot, no problem at all. You don't high side the bike or low side. But when you're off, that rut seems like a mile long because you're putting your foot down, you're dragging it behind you. The bike's trying to high side or low side. None of that for Alessi here in Moto 2. He has been dialed in.
Like we said, fastest lap times in Moto, got the whole shot. A lead of about 5.5 seconds over Millsaps. That's because Alessi has really backed it down. It was over 10 seconds at one point. It is as dominant could be for Chad Reed in Moto 1 and for Mike Alessi in Moto 2. That sets up a great championship fight throughout the summer, coast to coast here in the United States. So glad we'll have the coverage here on Speed. And if you're Stefan Everts and everyone that came over from Austria to watch Alessi make the debut of this 350cc motorcycle, he won't win the overall, but really, you can't ask for much more than this.
Yeah, but being strong in the second Moto, that's what Alessi stated, is that I think it takes less energy to ride this bike, and overall, I think I can go as fast on it, if not faster, and he's proved that today.
Well, the Mike Alessi experiment is obviously in play. The 350 wins here at Hangtown. Davey Millsaps, a solid run, finishes second. Chad Reed takes third from deep in the pack. He will take the overall win. Great racing here at Hangtown. Mike Alessi's happy, so is Chad Reed. We'll be right back to talk to our winners. Tomorrow night, see the greatest performances of Fast Track to Fame in one revved-up hour of entertainment. Don't miss Fast Track to Fame tomorrow night at 9 Eastern, only on Speed. Welcome back to Northern California's Rockstar Energy Drink Hangtown Classic. And you know why Mike's doing a wheelie there? He wants to show off the linkage on the bottom of that bike.
That's right.
Got him to victory lane. It's time for the Lucas Oil race recap, and we will show you how Mike Alessi got this Moto 2 victory. And it started with the start, Jeff.
No doubt, the 800 on the new 350 KTM rockets out of the start. Whole shot in Moto 2.
Chad Reed not a rocket out of the start, outside the top 10. Here he's fighting with Andrew Short, Ryan Sipes. Those guys were stubborn. He would eventually work his way into the top 3, which was huge for overall points.
Oh, Reed kept pushing forward, and watch this move here on Sipes, just moves him out of the way. One more spot, kept moving forward.
Here he is taking out Brett Metcalf. This would be the pass for the overall. That would put Reed into the number 3 spot. And with a first and a third today, Reed would edge Alessi, who had a 4th, and this first in Moto 2. But Alessi, you win on a brand new motorcycle. You don't care if it's the overall, a Moto, whatever. He is happy.
No doubt about it. Just a fantastic job for Alessi and Team KTM.
Sir Lucas Oil race recap here from Hangtown. We'll give you the results. Lots of fans on hand, perfect weather, great racing, and all the superstars of motocross in action. That's exactly what these folks wanted. Let's go down to Aaron on the podium. Aaron?
Chad Reed comes back, defends that #1 title in dominating fashion. Chad, take us through exactly a rough start for you. Did you realize that you were going to be able to capitalize on Ben Townley's mistake for the overall?
Oh, you know, I was just trying to get forward. It was real hard. You know, everybody I was around, you know, just no one could really pass, and track was rough, and they did an awesome job. So great start to the season. Last year we were chasing our tails, and you know, I learned that it's a hell of a lot easier to get out front, not put yourself in the middle of the pack. So congrats to everyone, all the Monster Energy Kawasaki guys. Thank you, Dunlop, and everyone. Thor, Parts Unlimited, my wife, Tate here. It's a blast.
Congratulations on starting the season off on the right foot.
That's the new good luck charm.
Yeah, the
Son
new good
Tate,
luck.
first race, Chad wins it. Here's our Toyota moving forward schedule. We'll be in Texas in 2 weeks on speed. Then the High Point National in Mount Morris, Pennsylvania, covered on NBC, and also the 250 class on speed. Then we'll go to Budds Creek, Maryland, and Lakewood, Colorado. That's the upcoming rounds of this tour. Definitely going to be exciting the way the stage has been set here in Hangtown. Be back with more podium interviews after this. An exciting day of racing here at Hangtown. Mike Alessi's done with his victory lap. And also go through our Geico moment of the race. Huge crowd. Look at the sky. It's like a painting. Unbelievable. Here's our Geico moment of the race. Chad Reed wins the first moto, and that would set the stage. Only needed the 3rd in Moto number 2 to win the overall today. And he goes in the record books with another victory. And we go down to the podium with Aaron.
Talk about a night and day difference for Davey Millsaps from starting from last year. You made your way back up here. Davey, take us through. Obviously, your eyes are just bloodshot right now. What exactly went on? Did you lose your goggles in those conditions?
I don't know. No, I didn't lose my goggles at all. It's, you know, Scots are working good. I just don't know what happened. And I can't see right now, and I couldn't see a little bit in the moto. But, you know, I couldn't have done it without American Hunter Rebel Racing, my mechanic, Carlos, you know, my trainer, Johnny, and, you know, Scott gear, Scott goggles, AGV helmets, thank you. And I just want to thank, you know, everyone that's been behind me all year, and it's just a good start to a good season. I'm just looking forward to it.
Great job well done. And Mike Alessi coming up here manages to pull off what everyone, the skeptics, didn't think that you might possibly be able to do on that 350. What does this mean not only to you, but for the team?
You know what? I think we answered a lot of questions today in how the 350 is. We just showed them it can get the start. I pulled away huge, like 15 seconds.